said, for every beast of the forest are mine, and the cattle on 1,000 hills. He said, I know every fowl on the mountain, and all the beasts, the wild beasts of the field, they are mine. He said, if I were hungry, I would not ask you. Why? Because the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. The Lord is giving you a picture. He's giving us a picture of how abundantly sufficient He is. Yes, He is giving us a description of how sufficient He is. Our sufficiency is in God. He said, every beast of the field, they are mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. He said, every bird, every fowl on the mountain, I know them. Yes, and every wild beast of the field, He said, they are mine. He said, if I were hungry, I will not ask you, because the world is mine and the fullness thereof. Are you having a thought that God is not capable of making provision for you? Are you are about considering that thought, or you're already considering the thought that God is not sufficient, God is not able to make provision when you needed it? I tell you, that's a big lie, and don't try to welcome that thought. Don't try. If you have been considering it, please reconsider and ditch that thought. Ditch the thought. I want you to reconsider, ditch that thought, because that thought is not of God. God is saying in Psalm 50 verse 10, 11 and 12, He says that every beast of the field are mine, the cattle on 1,000 hills. The cattle on 1,000 hills, not one hill, many hills. And He said, I know every fowl on the mountain, and all the wild beasts of the forest. He said, they are mine. If I were hungry, I would ask you, because the world is mine and the fullness thereof. The world is God's and the fullness thereof, they that dwell therein. Yes. So He is more than able to make. See, when God is not answering you, when God is not answering us when we wanted, it only takes the grace of God to open our eyes and see what is actually going on. There are many factors that may speak to that. There are many factors that may cause, that may want to cause that. There are many factors. But if God can open your eyes to see, then you will be thankful. But it doesn't happen all the time. So you just have to trust Him. It doesn't happen all the time. So you just have to trust Him. Say, trust in the Lord with all your heart and all your mind and all your soul, and He shall direct your path. He said, lean not on your own understanding. Do not be wise in your own eyes. He said, depart from iniquity. So trust in the Lord, even though He has not answered. And sometimes His silence might be answering, might be some answers to your prayers. His silence. So if you don't trust Him, you will be restless when He's not answering as to what you desire. That's because you don't trust Him. He is a just God. Whatever He does, He is just. I want you to know that there are some fundamentals that we must know to be able to deal with the spirit, this ancient spirit, God that we're talking about. There are some fundamentals. First, you must know that whatever He does is right. Know that He sees the end from the beginning. He sees everything in between and even beyond. He sees everything. We are only limited. Except we are shown by the Spirit, we're only limited to see some things. Even though we are shown by the Spirit, He doesn't show it all to us. He shows it to us in parts. So it's only by privilege that we can see those parts. Okay, by grace. So there are many factors that may amount to you not getting that what you desire. It might even be in some cases that God's silence is an answer to the prayers. Only if your eyes can be opened. So all you need to do is to trust Him, irrespective. Trust Him and ensure that you are walking right with Him. He said, though He slay me, yet will I trust in Him and maintain my ways before Him. You maintain your ways, and He will definitely. He has never forsaken. He has never forsaken. He said, though we are cast down, but we are not what? We are not destroyed. That is the truth. The Lord is the masterminder. He's the master planner. It will always come true. That is the truth. The Lord help us in the name of Jesus.